Today we're going to tie the Chum Baby. This flight was designed by Bob Triggs. He's a sea-run cutthroat guide out of Paulsbo in Washington. Really smart guy, really a great fisherman. And so this is a simple fly, and it imitates the little chum fry that come out in the spring, March, April. And the sea-run cutthroat just really gorge themselves. Those in the Resi coho gorge themselves on these little fry when they come out. So it's a very popular pattern. It's a very productive pattern. So what we're going to use today, we're going to use this saltwater hook 2546 size 6 from Daiichi. We're going to use a 3/16 copper bead. What we got for our flash, we're going to use a strand of Krystal flash and pearl. The body's going to be made up of Flashabou over the thread. And then we'll have a collar of this strung Peacock. A few strands of that strung Peacock for a collar. And then the wing will be squirrel tail. We'll just sparse tie of squirrel tail. Okay, so let's get started here. We're going to put a hook here in the vise. And this is how I put beads on. So I have a pair of tweezers I use so I could pick this bead up, and you'll remember now there's a small hole and a big hole. So we take the small hole goes on first, so it's up against the hook eye, and I've already crushed the barb on this hook. This size bead is pretty tough to get over that hook barb, and since you need to be barbless when you're fishing the salt, you might as well crush it now so you can get that bead on easier. And we'll get this out and reorient it. Alright. The thread I'm going to use today is this kind of an olive color. You can use anything olive brown kind of color. It's not that important. You won't see much of it, but it will show through under the flash body a little bit. So that's why we're going to pay special attention to how we lay this thread, how we lay it down before we put on that Flashabou. So we just want it to be, let's just get a nice layer down, and we'll come back. And this is a size 70 thread. You could go probably as big as 140 and be okay. Alright, so we're going to take about 4 or 5 strands of Flashabou here, and I'm going to tie it up way up in here. Let me cut those so they're all even, and now I'm just going to kind of stick them up in that bead a little bit if I can, or well, maybe close to it. Come on, cooperate. There we go. And now I'm going to hold this up in an angle kind of tight so it stays on top of the hook, and it makes it easier for me to wind this thread. So I'll just come back here, and then close touching turns on the way back so I have a nice smooth body all the way up to the bead head. Alright, now we'll wrap this on. And we'll try to keep these as close together as we can, but they like to spread on you. So now I've got my body one. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure you hang on to these when after you cut them off, and save them for the next fly, because you've got enough there to do another fly. Okay, what we can do now, we'll take this single strand, you can see this little single strand of that flash, the Krystal flash, and we're going to fold it in half so the ends are even. And we're going to lay that back here on the side. You can do this before or after you put the wing on. I'm just going to choose to do it before. Alright, I'll make a couple wraps, and then I'll pull the other side over and wrap it in. And then I'll cut the loop here. So now I've got essentially 2 strands on each side. Alright, and we can come back because I want to leave a little bit of room for that collar. So my wing will tie in somewhere about in there, maybe a quarter of the way back. It's probably about a hook eye width back. And then we'll take this squirrel, and we don't need a lot of it, so just get a little tuft of it in your hand. It's a little squirrely to work with, like so. And we'll cut that free down here close to the base. So what I've got is just that much. That's all I really need. And we're going to lay this down in here so that you see the black bar here and then a faint bar here. We're going to put that black bar, or that little faint one, right there at the bend. Well, let's cut this first now that I know where I need it to be. We'll cut this to length. And we'll hold it tight, real tight, little pinch wrap. Go with a little kind of a loose wrap, and then get a tighter wrap as you go. And that'll help keep it on top without spinning around. Alright, we've got a few strays here, we'll take care of those. Alright, now we can come in with about 4 strands of Peacock, and we'll take the butts of them here and we'll just cut them off so they're square. Tie these in. Like so. Bring your thread up here to the bead. Wrap this collar. Okay, thought I broke my thread there for a second. All right. Now all you need to do is whip finish. And remove our thread, and there it is. Okay, gonna put some head cement on here, and I'll just drop it right here behind the bead, and it'll soak down in there, hold everything secure. And that's the Chum Baby. Really a good fly for the salt. This is the time of year to go out there and start fishing for the sea run cutthroat as they're gorging themselves on these little chum fry.